How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC session. So I took a little bit of a break so that I could, have some practice on Showdown and make my own team. So this is the team that I've created. Obviously, I've took some inspiration from other teams with the Murkrow, the Amoonguss, and Gholdengo and stuff like that. Murkrow, obviously, most people have Murkrow, so it's whatever. If you want to try the team, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. There'll also be a copy and paste in the description down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's jump into it. Our first opponent has been found, and they've got a pretty powerful looking team. They've got the Indeedee Armarouge combo with the Expanding Force. Torkoal's obviously a very big hitter with the, usually see Eruption from that thing. They probably lead with that, to be honest with you, or they lead with the Indeedee Armarouge combination. So I'm inclined to go with the Murkrow lead. And then I'm going to go, well, no, because no, Murkrow is not a very good lead there. I forgot because Giga Drain stops priority. And they probably go for a Trick Room anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and double up and go on an offensive lead. I'm going to lead with Garchomp and Gholdengo. I think that's the best route to go down. We'll have the Murkrow in the back for when that all simmers down. And I'll also bring Amoonguss along because obviously Meowscarada and the Azumarill are there. And the battle begins. So my opponent over there is going to lead off with those two, whatever they are, Indeedee and Armarouge, just as I anticipated. So we led off with Garchomp and Gholdengo. They get the Psychic Surge up, of course, as you'd expect. Now, we can probably expect a Trick Room from these guys. I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Ball on the Armarouge, and then I'm going to go for a Rock Slide with Garchomp. I think that's the best course of action, to be honest with you. They're actually going to Terastallize right off the bat. What are they going to Terastallize, though? Are they going to go with the Armarouge? Makes sense, the Armarouge. What type are they going to go for? A Grass type. Interesting. So Grass type Armarouge is coming through right now. Absolutely fantastic. They go for an Armor Cannon straight away. They outspeed us. I didn't realize they outsped us. So Gholdengo unfortunately goes down there. What can we do about that though? Not a lot now. Gholdengo goes down unfortunately. I'm still learning. I got to about the 1400s with this team. And of course they avoid the hit. Rock Slide's going to come through and not do too much damage. And there's the Psychic from Indeedee, which is going to do a solid amount of damage to us. It actually gets a crit and takes us out. That's unfortunate. But what can you do? Oh, Lord. We are in a bit of a pickle now. So we've got Murkrow and we've got Amoonguss left. So I think we can probably write this first battle off as a loss. To be honest with you. So we'll go Amoonguss anyway. We'll see what we can do here. Not a lot, I would say. We go for a Clear Smog on the Armarouge, and then we go for a nice and powerful Tailwind so that we can actually hit that without dying. So we'll go for a Tailwind real quick. There we go. And hopefully Amoonguss outspeeds. Probably not. Nope, there's the Armor Cannon. That's going to take out Amoonguss, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, no, they went for the Murkrow. Oh, fair enough. They went for the Murkrow. That's fine by me. Let's see how much damage a Psychic's going to do to Amoonguss. Are they going to get a crit again? Of course they do. That wasn't even a crit. Wow. Alright, that's fair enough. We can write this battle off. Let's jump into the next one. They've got a pretty cool looking team. I would say that they're going to go with the Torkoal. Definitely going to bring the Torkoal. So we're definitely bringing Garchomp. I'm going to go Murkrow lead. And then I'm going to go... No, not Garchomp. I'm going to go Volcarona expecting the Rabska, I think it's called. We'll bring Garchomp for the Torkoal. And then we'll bring our Gholdengo because of the Sylveon. And the battle begins. So Ziv's going to lead off with Rabska and Annihilate. Not the combination I was expecting, to be honest with you, but it's absolutely fine. As we're going to go with Murkrow and the Volcarona. So I'm going to go for a Tailwind right off the bat. And then I'm going to go for a Bug Buzz on the Rabska. No, wait. Is it better to go for Heat Wave? Heat Wave hits both. He was a bit more powerful, but the spread damage might. I think we concentrate on the Rabska at the moment, so we can't get that Trick Room up. I think that's the important part. They're going to Terastallize. What are they going to Terastallize? The Annihilate? Probably the Annihilate, right? The Rabska. They're going to Terastallize it into a Dark type, so it can't be taunted by the Murkrow, which is what I was debating doing. But to be fair, a lot of people run Amoonguss with the Dark type Tera, so it can't be taunted by Murkrow. So that makes sense. So we'll go for a Bug Buzz after that. That's going to easily not KO the Rabska as they go for a final Gambit on the Murkrow, which is of course going to take it out. And the Annihilate though. That's a plus. The Annihilate goes down. So we know what happens now. Murkrow's going to go down. They're going to go for a Trick Room probably. There it is. The Trick Room comes through. I hate Trick Room so much. My team struggles with Trick Room so much. So if we can expect the Torkoal to come in, I'm going to go with Garchomp. As they do go Torkoal, so that's absolutely fine. Torkoal's going to come in. Gets the Sun up. We go into Is it not Sun? We're going to Garchomp anyway. They are Sun. Okay, I thought it'd appear as soon as he sent him out. Apparently not. I'm going to go for an EQ. I'll take both of them out. And then for Volcarona, I'm going to go for a Protect. So there we go. Go for a Protect for Volcarona real quick. There we go. As that's going to allow us to go for a nice and powerful Earthquake after they've gone for the Eruption, which is now going to be concentrated on Garchomp, unfortunately. And they are at full HP. But at least they're not terrestrialized or anything like that. So it doesn't do half, which is great. They go for a Recover with the Rabsca. Absolutely fine and dandy right there. We go for the EQ. Obviously, it's not going to affect the Volcarona because of the Protect, but it is going to do some decent damage to both of the other Pokemon. Rabsca it nearly takes out, and Torkoal it nearly takes out. So, now we go for a Rock Slide, because the Eruption's not going to be doing nearly as much damage. And we're going to Terrestrialize, and we're going to go for a Quiver Dance, I think. There we go. They're going to Terrestrialize into a Fire-type Volcarona. That way we can take the Eruption that much better, because it's obviously a threat. And it really depends. We might be able to win this one. It really depends on what their last Pokemon is, to be honest with you. So we've still got we've still got 3 of ours. They've got 3 of theirs. A Heat Wave's going to come through. It's not going to do as much damage as they go for a Revival Blessing, which is obviously going to... Damn. Okay, so that's a shame. The Annihilape is revived and ready to fight again. And we go for a Rock Slide. It should take out the Rabsca. Doesn't even take out the Rabsca? Are you kidding me right now? We get the Quiver Dance off there, which is always nice. Okay, this turn I'm gonna go for a Protect on both, just to try and stall out a turn of the Trick Room, because as soon as that thing's gone, the better. So we'll both go for a Protect real quick. There we go. Protected ourselves there. We go for a Protect with Volcarona. Protected ourselves there. And they probably go for an attacking move with the... Oh, they go for a Yawn on the Volcarona. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. As they go for a Psychic on the Garchomp as well. So that's absolutely fair. How many rooms is the Trick Room? The Tailwind's going to Petter out, which is nice, but that's no big deal. Trick Room's only got 1 more turn. So we've got a choice to make here. Do we switch out Garchomp expecting a Psychic? I think we do. And then we go for a nice and powerful Heat Wave with Volcarona. There we go. Going to withdraw Garchomp real quick. And we're going to go into our Gholdengo. That way we can resist the Psychic. And we can also not take a Yawn, but, you know, they were going to go for a Yawn on us anyway, so we may as well. They go for a Psychic on the Gholdengo. Obviously, that's not going to do too much damage to us. We're going to eat that out like it's nothing. And we're going to be able to finish these 2 off with a Heat Wave, which is going to be absolutely great. So there we go. Heat Wave comes through, takes out the Rabsca and the Torkoal. Down they both go. Nicely done, nicely done. Down it goes. Down it Gholdengoes. In comes the Annihilape, and the Trick Room has just wore off as well, which is great. In comes the Annihilape and the Sylveon. So we're in a decent position right now. Gholdengo outspeeds. We can go for a Make It Rain. We can go for a Heat Wave with our Volcarona. Let's see how that plays out for us. They go for a Protect with a Sylveon, which is absolutely fair. They've already terrestrialized, so we don't have to worry about that. We go for a Heat Wave. It's going to be more concentrated on the Annihilape now. I think that's how it works anyway. I could be wrong. Tera boosted, +1 in the sun. Absolutely annihilates it. Funny joke. Not really. Anyway, Make It Rain's not going to work because of the Protect, but we know they can't terrestrialize into another type because of the Rabsca using it on the Dark typing earlier, so that's great. I don't really mind that Volcarona's gone to sleep now, because all we need to do is click Make It Rain, and we should win, basically. The battle was cancelled because they knew they couldn't win. That's a W! We'll take a W there. We'll take a W. Why not? Why not? Our next opponent has been found, Lucas. They've got a pretty solid looking team. They've got some cool stuff on there you don't normally see, like Slacking and the Grafii. Gengar, I normally see that with Perish Song, so I've got to watch out for that. I think if we go Murkrow lead, with Gholdengo in the back, next to it, I mean. And then we have Volcarona in the back for the Scizor and the King Gambit. And then what we can do is we can bring our Baxcalibur for the likes of the Goodra. And the battle begins. So our opponent over there is going to lead off with Gengar and Goodra, which is fair enough as we led off with Murkrow and Gholdengo. So that's absolutely perfect. We've got a nice little matchup here. So what we can do is we can go straight for a Tailwind, get that up, and then we can go straight for a Make It Rain, and that should take out the Gengar and do some damage to the Goodra, which would be nice. So there we go for a Tailwind. We've got no Terastallization this turn. Hopefully we can use some stuff here. We go for a Make It Rain. There we go, coins everywhere. Gengar's got a Focus Sash, which is absolutely fine. And luckily for us, it doesn't activate a Cursed Body either, which is great. It just lowers our special attack, which is absolutely fine. They go for a Flamethrower with the Goodra, which isn't going to KO us. But it does get the burn. Of course it gets the burn. Of course it gets the burn. As they're able to go for a Trick Room. Interesting. I didn't know Gengar got Trick Room. I normally see Perish Song. With that, so that's a shame. There's not a lot we can do there. All I can think to do in retaliation is to go for a Taunt on the Gengar, and then we just got to click Make It Rain and hope for the best. So we go for a Taunt on the Gengar, stop it from going for any Perish Songs or anything like that what he wants to go for. As the Goodra goes for a Thunderbolt on the Murkrow, we should be able to eat that up. Nicely done. As the Gengar goes for a Shadow Ball, and that's obviously going to finish off the Gholdengo, no problems there. So Gholdengo does unfortunately go down, but it's absolutely fine. We can handle that. Okay, we can handle it. So we go Baxcalibur now. There we go. Baxcalibur comes in, looking absolutely suave. I love Baxcalibur. It's such a cool Pokemon. So what we're going to do now is we're going to Foul Play on the Gengar. And then we're going to Terastallize into a Steel type and go for a Glaive Rush on the Goodra. There we go, going to Terastallize into a Steel type with the Baxcalibur. That way we can take a Dragon Pulse or a Draco Meteor, whatever this Goodra wants to throw at us. And we can probably eat up a Shadow Ball from the Gengar relatively well. Much better than they can from the Goodra anyway. As they go for a Thunderbolt on the Murkrow, that's going to take out Murkrow unfortunately. I was hoping we could get some action going on there. But it's absolutely fine. The Shadow Ball is going to come through, and we should take it relatively well. We do take it relatively well. That's good. As we can go for a Glaive Rush, take out the Goodra, no problems whatsoever. And hopefully it's gooey. It's not gooey. If it was gooey, we would have been able to take advantage of the Trick Room a bit better. But we do have the Ice Shard on the Baxcalibur, so we can take out the Gengar, no problem now. In comes Volcarona. They're going to send in King Gambit, which is absolutely fine. King Gambit can come in all it wants to. We'll go for a Volcarona switch. There we go. King Gambit's going to exert its pressure. We can go for a Protect here. And then we can go for an Ice Shard just to take out the Gengar. I think that's the best course of action. There we go. Go for Protect with Volcarona because we don't want to get hit by no Count and Cleave or anything like that. We go for an Ice Shard with the Gengar. Absolutely fine. It's going to take out the Gengar nice and easily. That brings in the last Pokemon, whatever that may be. As they're going to go for a Count and Cleave on the Volcarona. Not going to work, I'm afraid. We are going to protect ourselves. Nicely done. Tailwind's going to pet her out, which is great. But unfortunately, the Trick Room is still there. In comes the Scizor. So Scizor's a great one here. If we can pull this off, we can go for a Heat Wave. That'd be ideal. And then for Baxcalibur, we can go for a nice and powerful Glaive Rush on the Scizor because it's likely going to Terra type into a Fire type if I had to guess. So they do Terastallize. Is it going to be the Scizor or the King Gambit though? That's the real question. It's the King Gambit, unfortunately, as they Terastallize into an Electric type. Not seen that one. The Scizor is now, unfortunately for them, gonna get annihilated. Not really, because the Count and Cleave's gonna do the job on Volcarona. They go for a U-turn. That's going to take out Volcarona, unfortunately. And it looks like we're not going to get a W on this next game. So we'll go for a nice and powerful Glaive Rush on the Scizor. I really thought they would terastallize the Scizor, to be honest with you. Does a hell of a lot of damage, to be fair. As the Twisted Dimensions are going to return to normal. So I guess I go for an Earthquake here, right? Just on the off chance they don't go for a Sucker Punch with the... They go for a Bullet Punch combination with... probably a Sucker Punch, I would say, as let's just see how this goes. So they go for a Sucker Punch. There we go. That's going to take us out. So that's going to be the game. And that was the last game of the session. So we obviously had that first one at the start, the blooper. And then we've had 2 games, one a win and one a loss. But it's absolutely fine. It's a learning curve for me. It's definitely a learning curve for me because I am very much a singles person. But I'm trying my best. And I appreciate all your support on the videos. It really makes my day. So thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.